Welcome back to the studio. Here with me now is Dean Segberg. He is the head of the Autism Awareness Group in town. And Dean, we are hitting off Autism Awareness Month here. It is October.
It's a very busy month for us, obviously, to get the word and awareness out for autism, and obviously, being parents, all of us with kids with autism, it's a 12-month of the year thing. It's not just 1 month, but to really gain publicity for it for the month of October it's a huge month for us.
You kicked things off with a barbecue last week and actually ended up with a pretty impressive fundraising total, which is great.
Yeah, we did.
About 9,000, you said?
900. I wish 9,000. That'd be great. But no, we had well attended at the local superstore. It was roughly $900. Plus, we had a very generous local company give us an unsolicited donation of $500 as well. So unbelievable how the community reached out to us last Friday.
It's amazing, the community we have here. Let's talk a little bit about the other things that we have going on for Autism Awareness Month. Talk a little bit to me about the blue lights. This is kind of an interesting initiative you guys launched last year, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a new thing for us, obviously here in Canada. They do it in the States. Autism Speaks in the United States. They do it every April is the United States Autism Awareness Month. So last year they did little things like get the White House to have a blue light and the Statue of Liberty, so maybe not so little, but for us what we're asking people to do for the month of October is change even one light outside, turn their porch light to a blue light that you can get at your local hardware store here in Lloydminster. We didn't push it as much last year because we were a starting off group last year, but we noticed that you go for a walk around town and go for a drive and you noticed a lot more blue lights out there. So it was really, it really warmed the heart last year to see the community support us like they did, even something as small like that. So we're hoping that the same people that did it last year do it again and hopefully convince their neighbors to do it along with them.
It's a small thing, but it's also a very noticeable thing, right? Like you're saying, you're taking a walk outside and, all of a sudden blue lights are flicking on and it gets people talking with you. Right?
It's kind of weird. You walk along and all of a sudden as you're walking there's a blue light here and a blue light here, and it's just like, wow, my neighbors understand is kind of what it is the shrieks and squeals from the backyard of our little guy maybe having a meltdown or something. They notice that, but we really took to notice that the understanding and the acceptance of it is starting to grow, not only in Lloydminster but throughout the world.
Let's talk a little bit about another thing you guys have going on, the Autism Community Sunday, which is taking place on October 2nd, and you guys are actually walking. Is it like an awareness walk? Would that be a fair thing?
Yeah, actually a local family, the Bowie family, they have a young son, David, that was recently diagnosed with autism. They decided to go ahead and organize this walk, and so it's October 2nd from 1 to 3 at Bud Miller Park. And the Lloydminster Autism Awareness Group, we decided to help out and support the walk, and we'll be there handing out information and selling some of our merchandise to help raise money. So the more people that come out to support the group and support this family as they do this, I think it's a huge thing. So going forward, I know it's something that we'd like to continue next year as well. And so hopefully it's well attended, and hopefully we get weather like we got yesterday would be, or this past weekend rather, would be great.
Let's. I mean, can you get pledges for this walk? Like, is it like sort of a fundraising awareness thing as well?
I'm not sure the particulars of that end of it. I know that I'm sure any unsolicited donations would be well accepted by anybody. But any of the money that is raised from this is going to go to the autism group at the study group at Prairie North Health Region. So yes, of course. I mean, donations are welcomed, and they do have some giveaways and prizes as well. So.
And I know when you guys were here last October, you were talking about the possibility of your group expanding to open up sort of an information center or a community center. So when people, got that diagnosis, they had somewhere to go in town for people to connect them to other parents or even other doctors. Where are you guys on with that? Not to pressure you or anything, but
still in its infancy. I mean, it's a goal of ours that we wanted, and we wanted to direct that 5, 6, 7 years down the road. Maybe when we get more established and show people that we're a group that's for real. So what we want to do is have a little office space in town here and have a resource, like you said, a resource center above and beyond what they already have at Prairie North, where people can come when they get their dreaded brown envelope from their diagnosis that their son or daughter is on the spectrum. They can come and solicit more information, whether it be a book, a reference manual, DVD, anything, or just come have a cup of coffee and talk and see what's our story, what's their story. And then the other thing that we'd like to have is have a spot in the back where a little play area, kind of place where if there's any outside therapies coming in to work with somebody's son or daughter, they can come and beat up our location rather than their own home, because there is a lot of people coming in and out of your house any given day, and it's an added stress that a family doesn't need. And not only for autistic kids, but our goal is to see, Family Connections does a great job, but they might be limited for space. So maybe open it up to all disabilities where everybody can come in and the more places in Lloydminster, I think, the better that can offer services like this.
There's one more thing that you guys have going on, and this is a new partnership with the Bobcats. Let's talk about that very briefly before we go.
The Bobcats have been unbelievable. We're working with their business manager, Malcolm Radke, and the rest of the association and owners about raising awareness in October for the Bobcats with them. So, we're going to be there. We have an information booth and some merchandise to sell, and we're developing a shirt silent auction jersey. I think it's in its early developments to raise money for the group that way. So the Bobcats, they're truly are a community member now, because they're really reaching out to us, and we're very grateful to the Lloydminster Bobcats.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in today, Dean. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having us again.
Remember, October is Autism Awareness Month. Buy your blue lights, and if you haven't seen our documentary on autism following the Segberg family, check it out. It's on youtube.com/newcaptv, and just search for autism.